Is everything all set? Alright. Time to send a message to the Discordians to notify them that the stream is set up. I forgot my tools. I will be right back after I send the message. Oh, someone's here. I just loaded the stream on my computer. Oh shit, I forgot. Ignore the links in the description. One time my account got hacked. Someone uploaded a pornographic video, and every time I do something related to a video, the details just autofill. It's not my fault, I swear. Moonway Studios 3D, what the hell you mean by that? Well, good for you, Moonway. That can't be less relevant to what I'm doing. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab my tools. Can't take apart a game out of screw. Okay, I'm back. Got my tools. So, what we're gonna be doing today is we're going to be modding this Game Boy Advance to have an IPS display. Just as you can see, this display is very much stock. It's very dim, hard to see in any environment. It's just not very pretty to look at. Now, I have a package right here. I hope I covered up that address adequately. I don't want people finding out where I live. We have this beautiful pink shell. It's actually quite gorgeous. I like it. stuff shall including membranes, which I will not be using. I will be using all the stock things. The stick for the back, which I will be using. And the display kit. So let's get started. So you want to remove the game and your batteries because, well, they're gonna stop the system from coming apart. Now we only care about the motherboard and the buttons. I'm keeping the old buttons. So yeah, they may be a little more dinged up, but they're gonna be higher quality than what's on that shell. Yes, the stock membranes are better. Aftermarket things are always lower quality, which is why I'm keeping the original screws, the original battery contacts, original cartridge metal panel thingy. Everything I can keep original, I will. The only things I will be replacing other than the case, screen, and the side rails, because mine are a tad bit dinged up. And not to mention, it'll help it be a little more uniform since the new shell was molded for the new side rails. Every bit of the old one is higher quality, but mine isn't in the best shape. My phone decided to vibrate. I forgot to turn off notification vibration. That was an accidental rhyme. I apologize. I'll fix that real quick. Hold on. Let me just take this screw out, then I'll put my phone on silent. Hello, Undercrafts. How are you? There we go, my phone's on silent now. So, no more vibration. Okay. Open sesame. Okay, now, this stuff I will be keeping. This stuff I won't. The stuff I'm not keeping is going in the is going in a box. Stuff I am keeping is going on this skillet pan. I just use that as a surface to make sure I'm centered in the frame. If it's not on the skillet, it's not on the frame. Thank you for dropping in. This is honestly one of the most successful streams so far. Most simultaneous viewers. I mean, I've had streams that built up in viewers over time, but I've never had more than one at a time. Watch. Okay. For anyone new coming in here, I am using a skillet pan to keep myself centered in frame. And I'm sorry that you can see the legs of the tripod. It's the best I can do for an overhead cam. Okay, I also want this LED light tube because it's probably going to be higher quality than the aftermarket one. Okay. Wait, why'd I put the motherboard in the box if I'm keeping that? Let's just do a little swapperoo. I don't need that old thing anymore. Okay, motherboard. Let's get it in the new shell, but first, we want to get that screen in there. Now let's take the motherboard out of the packaging. I mean the new plastic. Oh, this is nice. This is really nice. This is a plastic lens. It sure is. I will not be using these. I'll not be using this metal shield. I'll not be using these bumpers. But I will be using everything else. Okay, so now we got the case all set up right here. Now let's focus on getting this display installed. This is not my first time doing this. I've IPS modded a Game Boy Color. Okay, let's see what this comes with. So we obviously have a holographic lens. Nice. My old shell had a holographic lens. I like the way they look. The color is like it's just cool. Doesn't appear as it has a protector on the front, but yep, that is most definitely glass. I will not be soldering the brightness controls. I don't know what the hell that is. So here's the wires for if you solder the brightness controls. I will not be doing that. Attach this insulating film to the metal surface on the back of the screen, whatever you say. Here is a 3D printed bracket to help align it. And here's the screen. Oh yeah. Yeah, that fits well. Okay guys, we gaming. Okay, so that's what the other thing was to help. Okay, that seems kind of useless. Since the, yeah, okay. So, we're gonna install this screen. Because it seems that, the, case itself has its own aligning pegs. Okay, so what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna adhere the screen down. That's a really bad idea. Should always test to see if it works first, but it was shipped really well, so I trust it. Don't follow my footsteps. This is a really bad idea, but I am not very intelligent. My finger's stuck. Okay. Okay. Gotta peel this adhesive thingy. Basically, it's just protecting the adhesive. Okay, here we go. So basically, you want to align it with the upper right corner. Gaming. All right. Now it says, please install this insulating film to the metal surface on the back of the screen. We will do that. Perfect. Right. I'm such a high quality YouTuber. Hey, don't do that. That's scary. I'm gonna try not to touch the screen. I get fingerprints on the actual display. It'd be really annoying because they're gonna be a pain to remove. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop everything in, like, and by that I mean like the buttons, so we can fasten the motherboard down and plug in the display connector just to give it a quick testy. I said testy like testicle. Okay, we're also gonna put the light tube in there, so if it does function, we don't have to take it back apart. Oh wow, that light tube is really loose. I might have to use the one that came with the new shell. Okay, where did it go? Well, realistically, the board should hold it in place. But I'm gonna grab the new one, see if that fits better, because it's supposed to have a bit of it's supposed to be a friction fit. Like should be some resistance when you put it in. It shouldn't just flop in. My fingers are too fat to open the seal. I only want this. All I want is you. Okay. No. And it's not going to diffuse it as well, so I'm going to keep the old one there. I'm just guessing it wasn't molded very precisely. Because, yeah, that one was still loose as hell. Okay. There's another bit of insulating layer. This one's a piece of foam. This one goes on top of the ribbon cable as opposed to under it. Okay. Okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put the old back case on, because that one's got the more reliable battery contacts right now. Just gonna do a quick power test. As it should, because yeah, that's functioning perfect. Let's see where the screen lens is. Okay. Great. The display seems to be sitting a little high, though. I might have to, but I can screw the board in now. It is fun because I get to create my own threads. Isn't that exciting? So basically, when you get a new Game Boy shell, the screw threads aren't pre-tapped. They use the screw to tap it for them. They're self-tapping screws. So basically, you make your own threads, which is really scary because you don't know if you've gone too far or too little until you make a mistake. There we go. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the screen lens off of the old screen. It's glass. This is not a very good idea. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the plastic lens that came with this kit. I'm not going to stick it on. All I'm going to do is I have no choice but to stick it on. Okay. Need a better comparison. Okay, yeah, it'll be fine. The bottom looks thick enough. Yeah, it'll cover the part that's... Okay. Now let's put these little side bumper thingies on. Should I be using tweezers? Probably. Do I care enough? Not really. Oh, yeah. This is nice. Is it a great shell? Absolutely not. But it's halfway decent. I'm not disappointed. Those contacts are pretty firm. I approve. Where'd the other battery go? Hey, there it is. Oh yeah. That's looking good. Okay. Still one thing I need to do. Swap out this metal shield for the original one. This stuff is made out of the cheapest metal imaginable. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. This stuff is barely metal. Okay, I burped a bit. I got a Discord notification. Yes, it does, Moonway. I'm so glad it does. And they said test it before putting it. Okay, but that is the #1 rule. If you work in IT, it's bad mojo if you don't test it before committing to putting it in. Okay, so since they're pretty much the same exact screw, I'm just gonna say screw it and put all 4 screws in. Because the thing is, the really early models of the Game Boy Advance had 4 screws holding this shield down, but to cut costs in later revisions, they got rid of it. Kind of like how the Advance was meant to have 3 screws holding the motherboard down, but later revisions shrunk it down to 2 because they're like, we don't need all 4. I mean, all 3. But I found a 3rd screw that fit, like, exactly. So I put it in there. I'm just turning it into an early revision. One dumb idea at a time. Right on. There we go. Now we have the higher quality metal shield thing installed. Now let's screw it together. It's not squeezing together really well. Salutations, Baracon. I sincerely hope I said that correctly. Please tell me if I didn't. It's always embarrassing to get pronunciations wrong. Okay. Okay. A good tip for if a device already has the threads created is turn the screw counterclockwise first so it realigns with the original threads so you don't make new ones. But since this one shell doesn't have any threads, I have to make my own new ones. Making new ones for the first time, since this thing doesn't have any threads. It's a lot of work for your wrist. Because, let's just say you have to put a lot of force into it. Hey, all the main screws, and there's only one more I gotta put in, and technically the only thing I'll need to put on after is I don't know why that side isn't pressing in all the way. So let's just take it back apart. Because I do not like how one side of the screen is more lifted than the other. I am a perfectionist. I really hope it's because I didn't line it up the best, and it could just be fixed by pushing it over a little. I might just have to say screw the adhesive. I really don't want to, because having that gasket there helps with backlight bleed. So this is a clear case. Which means that the light will be really prone to bleeding out the sides. Oh, one time my Game Boy Advance, actually, there's two reasons why I'm replacing this case. A, I forgot to remove a screw, and I tore the plastic up, like here. Yeah, there's a bit of a nasty chunk taken out of it. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, bit of Game Boy gore there for you. I was not happy when I found out that I was dumb enough to have that happen, but it's fine because I have this pink one now, and pink is the superior color. But yeah, I've snapped a screw post before, and the second reason is because I didn't feel like trimming my shell because yeah, there's sub reasons for the reason. I don't want to mess it up and not be able to fix it, and B, I don't have the necessary tools. So even if I was able to do it properly, I wouldn't have any tools to do it with. Okay. Let's use a flathead. Don't do what I'm doing. I'm not a professional. There we go. Didn't break the screen. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of this gasket. I really don't want to, but it's preventing the screen from laying perfectly flat. In case you're wondering how I know whenever I get a chat, it's because I have my computer set up next to me. Let's hope the screen still works, eh? It's probably fine. Perfect. It's perfectly flat. Just like half the girls in my class. Alright. So I'm gonna put this foam piece down a little, because this display is quite a bit thinner than the original. Okay. Kind of having to squash the board against the front case. So, yeah, that's holding just fine. Don't go crooked. Don't go crooked. Stay there. There we go. Here we go. Oh, that's a flathead. That ain't gonna do anything. All right, time to put the screws back in since I've made the threads. I can do that counterclockwise trick I taught you. You want to go until you hear a little click, and then you can just start driving it in. Once it stops screwing, you're done. If a bunch of the screws still sticking out, or I'm misaligned, try again. If it's all the way in there and it stops, you're done. You don't need to screw it in anymore. So stop trying before you get the kids taken away. Okay, luckily I have a microfiber cloth in my pocket. I just got a fingerprint on the screen. That's what I was trying to avoid. Luckily I caught that because it was going to drive me nuts and I wouldn't have wanted to do it if I hadn't noticed it until later. Some people just kind of leave it be, but that would just annoy you way too much to do that. Now, shoot. Yeah, with the foam gasket on the back of it. Well, it's not a gasket, it's like a little piece of foam to insulate the board against the ribbon cable. Because the screen has its own insulative thing. The board doesn't. I see people go absolutely nuts with modding their Game Boy, like amp mods and, to make the Game Boy louder and, rechargeable battery mods. And I could understand the convenience of a rechargeable battery one, you don't have to swap out batteries over and over. And I might do that in the future. I just don't think that would be interesting enough for video by itself, because all you're doing is taking the back off, putting a little board in, attaching a battery to it, putting the battery cover on, you're done. That's not entertaining. This is, because we're actually getting into the, like into the nitty gritty. Let's give it another test. Beautiful. The display's a little crooked. I don't care enough. All right, fix it right now. Nope. Alright, I don't care. I gotta figure out how to get to the on-screen display on this thing. Oh, no. That part's all set. Okay. Now for other stuff. Like, let's get that one screw in the battery compartment threaded. I pinched my thumb. Plastic. What dog? This thing is looking stock, pretty much. This is Nintendo and stuff. Oh, yeah. That looks nice. That looks nice. Okay. Time for stickers. There's one. I also got like a little repair service badge for the battery cover. And serial number thingy for this area up here. I'm the only one that actually cares about that. Those two stickers. I know it doesn't give you like a bit of a clear window to see what game you have in there. Or I don't care if it makes it look more clean without it. I prefer to have it than to not have it. Alright. It's not perfectly straight, but it's in the little cavity. That's all that matters, really. Alright. Let's give her a test with the game, make sure everything's in there all set. That looks so good. And, I would some people I would only install in a thing. Just too bright. Okay, so the image on the screen is positioned a little too high. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to get to the on-screen display. I hope Nintendo won't arrest you. I hope not as well. But if they do, I won't be too torn up about it. Okay. I know there's a thing. I can't fit. Maybe it tells you how to get into the testing photo examples and install tutorials. I don't need a tutorial. Also, are the sound glitches on GBA? That wasn't a sound glitch, that was a startup chime. Let me swap tabs a bit. How to access OSD GBA IPS v2. I don't. Really? Doesn't say. OSD. Menu. Access. That is. No. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Whatever, I'll figure it out. I don't want to make y'all wait until I do. Alright. Let's wipe the screen down. There's a bit of smudging, but I don't care enough. I can fix that later. The screen isn't sitting properly. I can fix that after I stop streaming. Oh, now it's fine. Right on. This looks so good. It's not the best screen I've ever laid my eyes upon, but it's pretty good. Alright. Thanks for watching my stream. If you liked it, subscribe. Okay, goodbye.